You know, I always come out to this song because it is a theme song for everyone in this room. So I want you guys to stand up with me for a minute. And everyone at home, if you're sitting on the couch, sitting in your office chair, wherever you are, stand up just for a second. Let's change the energy. And I want you to say these 5 words to yourself. All I do is win. All I do is win. And I want you to get in the habit to say that to yourself every single day you wake up. The first time I heard this song, I was like, man, he is cocky. How could you say that? And then the more I listened to it, I said, you know what? He's confident. And this is the thing, you guys. There's gonna be a lot of no's. There's gonna be more bad days than good days. But when you say all I do is win, all of those losses, all of those failures are wins because it's an indicator of what you need to change or what you need to do different. So I want you to chant that every morning when you wake up. When you don't feel like doing something, I want you to say to yourself, all I do is win. All right? So all I do is win. There you go. I want you to see, there you go. Come on. Nice. Well, listen, I am honored to be up here with you guys today and talk about a system. You know, we've heard everything from Meredith to all the speakers talking about a system. And I know a lot of people in here follow different systems, and that's cool. I'm just hope you follow a system. A system is everything in your business, you guys. It doesn't matter if you're in direct sales. It doesn't matter if you're in insurance sales, you're in real estate sales. It doesn't matter what you are selling. You need a system. And I would like to change direct sales to direct sharing. Because I don't sell anything. I just share the opportunity and I share the device. The other thing I want to change is I ran this through compliance last night. I was fortunate enough to sit next to her. And I want to change patch to device. Because device says something. Patch says something different. And when I say device to people, they're like, oh, device. Let's hear about this device. Okay, so I want to start with that. So listen, my system that I have, the number one thing that's broken in direct sales from my 8 years in it is you bring someone in your first generation, then you bring someone in your second generation, and they might get the system. Then you bring someone in the third generation, they might get it, and they probably didn't. And then the fourth, the fifth, the sixth generation know nothing about a system, right? That's what happens in our business. Well, we have an amazing comp plan. And our amazing comp plan can pay 6 generations down in your organization compressed. Meaning if 3 and 4 is not doing anything, you're gonna have people that roll up. So that means we gotta run our business differently. Meredith and I had an hour and a half conversation. Can't believe she set that much time aside for me. And I was talking about comp. And I said, Meredith, comp's broken. She said, nope, comp's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Nothing's broken. And I said, but Meredith, it's broken. No, it's not broken, Jay. It's not broken. You just need to understand the cheese has been moved. And you need to run a different business. And your people need to run a different business. And that's what I want to teach you today. Because we need to run a different business than we've ever ran before. So the system that I have is an onboarding system. It's a 20-day launch system. Literally, people can come into the business. I don't care how busy you are. You can spend 10 minutes a day. It's clickable links that they can click through. By the end of 20 days, they are fully efficient and sufficient in this business without me. That's duplication. They know everything that they need to know about it. Whatever system you're following, get on that system and figure out how to follow it. But more importantly, figure out this. How do I get every single person that's coming into my organization on the system? And that's communication. All right? So you need a system that works to get people to a 3-star manager and beyond. If you don't have a system, it's not happening, and you're not gonna maximize the comp plan that is working if you build your business around the comp plan. The company gave us rules. What do you do when you get a board game? You read the rules. What's the second thing you do? Strategize how to beat your family. We need to strategize how to maximize David's checkbook to pay us the most money, right? So my promise to you today is this. If you could do what I'm about to teach you and help others learn how to do the same thing, you will not recognize your life a year from now. Who this year when Christmas came said this? Man, it feels like Christmas was just here last year. Well, guess what? You're gonna say that this year. And if you do this, what I'm gonna teach you today, this year, I promise this Christmas, it will be the best Christmas you've ever had. But you gotta execute. You have to execute. You have to leave here and execute every single day. Consistency is the key. So this is what I'm teaching my team. It's called the 2-10-1 method. I built this not for the network marketers that are monsters in this business. So if that's you, this doesn't work. This is for the masses, you guys. Understand the masses, if they make $300 or $500 a month, they are ecstatic. And that's what's gonna build our business. We're gonna find him in a Duques every once in a while. We're not gonna find them every day. So this is for them. This is something that every single person can do. That is talk to 2 people every single day, 5 days a week. You could take 2 days off. If you do that, you're going to get 1 brand partner and 2 customers a week to sign up. That's 52 people in your organization. That's 26 left, that's 26 right, that's a balanced organization. That's the first year, okay? Now let's do some math. I love math. So if you have 52 people that sign up in your organization, and let's just say they don't talk to 2 people a day. Let's say they talk to 1 person a day. Takes them 10 minutes. 52 people that get 26 people to join their business in the first year. That's 1,352 brand partners coming into your organization the first year, okay? Year 1 volume, 1,352 times 140 volume, that's almost $200,000 a month in volume coming into your organization. That's about $2.27 million a year business that you're generating. That's a 2-star executive in your first year. I'm not making any promises. I'm saying if you execute, okay? Let's do the math. Let's take it 1 more year. You got 1,352 brand partners in your business. You help them get 26, not 52. They get half of what you got, okay? That's 35,152 brand partners in your business. Year 2 volume is $5 million a month. That's a $60 million business a year. Do you think that we could take LifeWave to a $2, $3, $4 billion company if everyone got on the board with this and just did 1 brand partner a week? A week. We could do that, you guys. That's a 3-star presidential. Now, what's the hardest part of this business? We had some people up here talking about conversations, how to get in conversations. Meredith talked about the conversation. The hardest part is actually getting the conversation. Now, conversation is this. It's a conversation between you and me. It's not a DM. It's not a WhatsApp. It's not an Instagram message. It's not a Facebook message. It's a conversation that you're having with another human being. But most people don't know how to get into the conversation. And what I want to teach you today is how I get into conversation with every single person that I come in contact with. It's very, very simple. Now, there is a replay of this. So don't freak out. You can go back, you can break it down, you can pause it, listen to it. Just listen to what I'm saying. Don't write, because you're going to miss, okay? So I leave people with themselves. My grandfather taught me this when I was 14 years old. I was an entrepreneur at 14 years old, mowing grass, shoveling sidewalks, washing cars, doing everything I could do because my dad always told me we don't have enough money for that. So I was gonna figure it out. I wasn't wearing Rustler jeans. I wasn't getting Kmart jeans. I wasn't getting 4-stripe Adidas. Those were called Bobos when I grew up. I wanted Jordashes. For the young people that are watching, those were cool. They don't exist anymore, but they were cool back then. So I had to figure it out. My grandfather said, you want a lot of business? You want people to like, trust, and most importantly, listen to you? Then you need to leave them with themselves. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. He said, it's simple. You know everything about them and they know nothing about you. And you do that by asking questions. And if you ask the right questions, they'll walk away and be like, man, I really like that guy. And then someone will ask them, well, what do you like about him? I don't know, he's just really nice. Because nobody leaves anybody with themselves. They always leave themselves with the other person. And if you do this, you guys, you will get into conversations that will lead you to the business that you want. So, this is how I lead people with themselves. No matter who I meet, I talk about hobbies, I talk about vacations, I talk about kids, and I talk about their identity. And their identity is what they do for a living. Most people don't get the chance to talk about what they do for a living. But I get down into what they do for a living. So when I call them up or I'm talking to them, I'm like, hey, where are you going on vacation this year? People love to talk about vacation. They like to talk about things that they look forward to. What are you doing these days? What's your hobbies? You playing basketball still, volleyball, paddle, pickleball? What are you doing? How's your kids? How old are they again? Oh my God. They're huge. Send me a picture. And then I'm gonna say, hey, are you still doing this? Or what do you do for a living? Oh, I've been an air traffic controller for 15 years. Wow. You must really love that job. Tell me what you love about it. And then they start telling me what they love about it. But you know what most people tell me? They hate their job. They don't love anything about it, right? That's the truth. And so I just gather this information in the back of my head because now I'm gathering information, and information is power. Because now I can take the conversation and shape it around them versus shaping it around everything. And then I say, well, you know what? Tell me one thing that you would change about what you do for a living. Oh man, you got all day? No, just give me one thing. And then what's the next question that everyone asks me, do you think? What? What do you do? Yep. And that's when I have my 30-second commercial ready. And I'm going to share my 30-second commercial with you. Now, this is in-person conversations. I'm going to say this. This is not online. This is not on Zoom. I don't share this on Zoom where people can reshare this, okay? So what I say to people is I'm in the stem cell business. And they're like, you are? Now, if I'm online, I'm in the wellness business, okay? But if I'm having a one-on-one conversation and they're like, what does that look like? Listen, let me tell you this. This device has changed, listen to this is very important. This device has changed my life more than anything has ever changed my life before. This is called a hook, all right? I'm getting them to lean in to the conversation. They're like, what do you mean? Man, I have more energy than I've ever had in my entire life, even when I was 25 years old. I've been playing sports my entire life. You see me limp around all the time. I have no discomfort in my body. My sleep, I track it with the Whoop. It's improved more than I could have ever dreamed of. And I have mental clarity like I've never had before. And oh, by the way, I used to wake up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I don't have to do that anymore. Now, my oh, by the way, I just want to share this real quick with you. My oh, by the way is my testimonial. You got to be careful sharing your testimonial because your testimonial is a minority testimonial typically. The four that I just gave you are what they're dealing with. Someone's dealing with sleep. Someone's dealing with have no energy. Someone's dealing with discomfort in their body. Everyone has that. And so I want them to cap it on that. And they're like, you know what? How do I get that? Oh my God. That's the easiest part. You can get it one of four ways. You can buy it retail for $149 a month, but nobody really does that because that's $5 a day when you can get it for $3 a day at wholesale for $99 a month with an auto ship. I can also show you how you can get it for free. You can get a credit to buy yours every single month by just referring in 3 customers. Or you could do what I did. I'm an affiliate with the company. And I just share it, and they compensate me for it. It's pretty cool. Which one sounds most appealing to you? So when you give people multiple choice, there was not a yes or no multiple choice in there. There's one of 4 ways that you can get this. You always want to give people multiple choice. Meet people where they are, not where you want them to be. Now, let me give you a little compliance tidbit. The FTC doesn't like all brand partners in their business. They like customers and brand partners. So I want to meet people where they are because if you just want to be a customer and try it, I want you in my orbit Because once you're in my orbit, now I can talk to you on a regular basis. I can follow up with you in 60 days. How's it going? Oh my God, this thing is amazing. Well, you should share it with other people and get yours free. Oh my, I've already shared it with 6 people. You know, what are you doing? The company will compensate you. You got to become a brand partner of the business. If you're sharing it with that many people, get compensated. Now, who to talk to? And I got to go fast. Who to talk to? This is a list of people that are on here. You guys can see the list. I'm not going to go through it. Garrett did a great job today asking some really good questions about people that are entrepreneurs and stimulating our mind about who we could talk to, right? This is a list. Now, this is what I'm going to show you, because that list, I wrote down like 12 names, and I was feverishly writing, and I was like thinking and writing, and this game that I'm going to teach you right now is going to change your life. It's called the slot machine game. I want you guys to pull your phones up, and I want you to go to your contacts. Okay? Go to the top of your contacts. And then I just want you to go like this and just scroll through your contacts and then just stop. David Hancock. I haven't talked to that guy in 25 years. He was an Allstate agent when I first started. I was in training with him. I just stopped randomly. I just remember this guy. And this is what I will do. I will call David Hancock tomorrow. And I will say, I will call David Hancock, but because no, I'm not gonna do it right now. I got 3 minutes, but I will in front of anybody if you guys want me to. This is what I will do, okay? People are afraid to have a chicken list. They're afraid to get in conversation with people, okay? This is what I do. I call David Hancock, but I call him David Thomas. I call him, hey, David Thomas, what's going on, man? What have you been up to? He's like, this is David Hancock. David Hancock. Oh my God, David, we haven't talked in 20 years. What are you up to? What have you been up to? You got kids? Where are you working these days? Oh, I'm working in Clear at the airport. Oh, wow, how long have you been there? Oh, I've been there for 10 years. Man, you must really love it. What do you love about it? What would you change about it? He said, dude, what are you up to? Oh, bro, I'm in the stem cell business. Huh? Oh, dude, this thing has changed my life more than anything. You understand what I'm saying, you guys? You can get into a conversation. This is a system. You don't have to think, who should I call today? Man, I need to call 2 people today. Who am I going to call? Just pull up your phone and scroll through it, stop, and whoever you land on, call them up and do that script. All right? So executing 2-10-1. My wife has been in this industry longer than me. And we had an amazing event this weekend in Destin, Florida. Literally transformational event that I am just so proud that we were able to impact these lives that we did. We taught this weekend. And people just walked away so inspired. My wife walked away. We left Destin on Monday to go have breakfast. We had a waitress that was absolutely amazing. We didn't even talk about this, guys. It's crazy. I was thinking about this on the way up here, babe. She had an amazing energy, amazing smile. She took care of us so great. I went to go to the bathroom, and my wife said she passed a note because the lady was busy, the restaurant was crazy. She passed this note. Said, you are meant for something bigger. If you ever open exploring a business opportunity or simply having a conversation, I'd love to connect. You have something very special in you. Don't ever doubt that. And I didn't put my wife's phone number on here because she didn't want everyone to have her phone number. So anyways, she put her phone number on there. This is what happened an hour and a half later. Hi, Jimena, this is Eric Alvarez, your server from the Donut Hole. It wasn't a donut place, so we don't go to donut places. It was actually a breakfast place called the Donut Hole. I wanted to thank you for your kind words. I really appreciate your encouragement and seeing potential in me. This is my number, and just let me know when you would like to talk. I'm always here for a conversation. Hi, Erica, thank you so much for your sweet message. I meant every word. There's something very special about you. I would love to contact. You guys can read that. Yes, I'm off Thursday. Anyways, we signed her up on Thursday, okay? With a note. But what was the thing? I would love to have a conversation with you because nothing happens without a conversation. So listen, I know you're sitting there thinking, because I have 34 seconds, let me get through this very fast. 1 out of 10 will be yes, but most people will focus on the no's. Most people will say this doesn't work. There's so many people telling me no. Like I can't get anybody to say yes. But if you have 1 win a week, it's a massive win. You can build a business off of 9 no's and 1 yes. I promise you, 1 yes a week will make your business thrive. So don't miss out on the future potential. No doesn't mean no. It means not right now. It means bad timing. It means my kid's sick. I'm going through a divorce. I'm having problems at work. All that doesn't mean anything. There's a 30-30-40 rule, you guys. 30% of everyone you're gonna talk to, 50% of that 30% is gonna say yes in the first time that you talk to them. The other 50% is gonna wait 1, 2, 3 weeks. The other 30%, so 30%, the 30% maybe, they're just wait and seers. Let me see how this thing works out. Let me see if this is gonna work with them. Maybe this is just another fad. So they're gonna wait. They're the 6 to 8 contacts it's gonna take for you to follow up with them. 40% of people, they don't ever do anything. You don't want them on your team anyways, okay? They're never doing nothing. Ever, 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 ever. They don't do anything new. They always miss every trend, and that's just the numbers, okay? The magic is in follow-up. How do I keep track? Sorry, guys, I'm gonna do this really fast. How do I keep track? Okay, we all have a cell phone, right? We have an app with LifeWave. We also have a calendar that's also on our phone. This is what I do. When I meet with someone and they tell me no, I'm gonna follow up with them in 60 days. How I do it is, Siri, put on my calendar on February 15th to follow up with Lola about the patch. And could you just put on there the reminder that her kid was sick and that they're going to Disney in March with their children, and that's it. Just put that on my calendar for that date. Siri, all I did, I got off the phone. It just put it on my calendar, okay? I don't have to write, I don't have to do anything. You create a thinkless operation when you do this, so that on February 18th, you look at that like, oh yeah, I talked to her. When you call her, how do you bring it up again? You don't. You don't bring it up again. You talk about the personal things that you talked about. And then she's going to bring it up and be like, hey, how's that business you talked to me about? And that's when you gotta say, oh my God, I don't even remember what I told you. But whatever I told you, it's 100 million times better than what I told you. Like, it's blowing up, it's crazy, it's massive. Like, there's so many people having transformations in this business. Like, you gotta get in this. Like, I forgot that I even talked to you about that. Because if you follow up with the device, if you follow up with the business, they're never taking another phone call from you again, because they're gonna think you're sold. So this is it, you guys. Remember this. You're not bothering people, you are blessing them. Nobody knows what you're supposed to say. Don't try to practice what I taught you and be like, when I get that down, I'm gonna start. No, you start today. Because nobody knows what you're supposed to say. And the only way to get good at anything is to be bad first. Anybody in here ever been skiing for the first time? Yeah, anybody remember this? Going down the hill? You were really bad. But if you stuck with it, you got good at skiing. If you do this for a week, you will gain clarity. If you do this for a month, you will gain confidence. And if you do this for a year, you will have a different life. The question is, will you have 2 conversations every single day? I would like to thank David Schmidt for creating this opportunity for us, and Meredith for running this massive organization and always being positive. And thank you guys so much for inviting me to be up here to do this. Damn. Listen, this is, I'm living my best life, because if I can inspire people and everyone out there to do something different with their life and create success, then I'm living my dream, and you guys are helping me do that. So thank you guys so much for inviting me to be here. I'm humbled, I'm honored, and I'm so appreciative of this opportunity. And baby, thank you for being such an amazing woman.